The DITA Prelude is a tour unit from Audio Geek Tour Group. Even though I do not have to spend money other than the import fee, I will try my best to deliver my honest thought and experience about the Prelude. Thank you so much for the opportunity to review the DITA Prelude. The Prelude comes with their Ante dongle DAC amp, two types of ear tips, the short, jelly-looking ones and the other slightly narrow silicone ear tips, and a case to store the IEMs. There aren't a lot of things to talk about regarding the unboxing experience, as I find it just okay when not counting how the overall product and packaging is designed. I am always amazed about how nice DITA products are presented. Not too many frills, yet enough thrills. I like their attention to detail, and somehow their packaging works to create supporting elements when shooting photos of them. Out of the box, the Prelude has the jelly-looking ear tips on. I am not sure if this is from the factory, as this is a tour unit and I am not the first one to have this. But looking from the ear tips card, it seems like this is how it is supposed to be shipped. The design is interesting, with both rounded and angled parts. Along with the red color, it sure is eye-catching. Using the out-of-the-box ear tips can be quite uncomfortable after a certain period of time. Those ear tips, along with the other of its type, may cause the Prelude to exhibit some showeriness in the upper mid-range or peaks in the treble area. Changing the ear tips to the usual looking ones negates some of the earlier notes I took. When I first listened to the DITA Prelude a few months back, I was quite amazed about the overall presentation, as I found the Prelude to exhibit a hybrid-like IM experience. The Prelude exhibits a modest bass in the overall presentation, so I am quite sure that the Prelude won't work for most bass heads. The bass presentation with this one is more towards the sub-bassy kind, which means there is a noticeable amount of rumble and texture, but not so much impact or punch in the bass presentation. The little bass accentuation makes sure the experience is not too bland for most genres, while providing a clean transition from mid-bass to lower mids. I mentioned that there is a tiny hint of hybrid IM notes in the Prelude presentation. While it is surprising to learn that the Prelude is a single dynamic driver IM, there are some drawbacks from a hybrid IM that the Prelude exhibits, as the Prelude seems to have a slightly drier mid presentation. This isn't noticeable with orchestral or acoustic songs, but on a more vocal recording or brighter mastered ones, the notes are slightly more accentuated, with a tiny amount of body missing around the mid-range. Depending on the tracks and the artist you listen to, there might also be nasal listening notes. These notes seems to be isolated to the upper mid-range, as everything on the lower mid-range tends to sound fine. Maybe a little less pronounced compared to the other elements in a song, but I believe it also helps ensure the overall presentation to be clean from end to end in conjunction with the bass presentation. As previously mentioned, changing the ear tips to a narrower one might work while reducing the previous notes. What I like to pair with the Prelude is a pair of Final Audio Type E ear tips and their Ante dongle to reduce some of that listening notes along with other listening notes I have on the treble area. The notes I have regarding the treble area is that there is a sense of grit in the treble area. Whether you like it or not is subjective. I personally enjoy it when listening to metal tracks with the Prelude. I think if you are a treble head, you might like how the Prelude reproduces treble. The presentation is forward, with a decent amount of extension. Combined with the sub-bass focus and linear overall bass presentation, the Prelude could be counted as a brighter leaning IEM. This works quite well pushing the perceived technicalities such as the detail retrieval, soundstage width, and instrumental layering. I think it is quite unique for DITA to go with this type of tuning, providing some sense of timbral correctness for some perceived technicalities. The name Prelude seems to suggest that DITA Audio wants to introduce themselves to the general market, as the Prelude is their more accessible product from their lineup, or it could be a prelude to their new flagship, the Ventura. Tanchjim vocals seems to have a slightly more body compared to the Prelude, but however, I prefer the mids and the bass response of the Prelude, as it does come out slightly textured when compared directly to the Origin. However, I find the upper mid-range response of the Origin more suitable and natural for my taste. In terms of technicalities, there are a few notes I have when comparing the two. The Prelude seems to perform better in the separation or layering, as there aren't a lot of mid-bass and lower mid-range. I think the overall presentation is quite different to assume they are competitive to each other, and at the end of the day, it comes down to your preference. The comparison between Truth and the Prelude shows how much DITA Audio has evolved throughout the years, yet still true to themselves. The Truth is originally their higher-end IEM back around 2015, but we shouldn't get too much into that for now. Anyways, the Truth has a very U-shaped sound with an emphasis in the treble area. The tuning is completely different, but there are still some hint of truth in the Prelude. The Prelude is generally safer towards the general consumer, with better mid-range and upper mid-range response and a slightly nicer treble extension. The iBasso Cookie TI is another single dynamic driver IEM I reviewed a few weeks ago. I find the tuning is different to the Prelude, so again, I really need you to take this comparison with a grain of salt. Back to the comparison, the Prelude still excels in the technical presentation when compared to the Cookie TI with stainless steel nozzle. However, since I generally gravitate towards a more relaxed, warm-sounding things with minimal treble presence, I personally prefer the tonality of the Cookie TI over the Prelude. The technical presentation is wide, with a sense of detail and layering. Combined with the overall tonal presentation, the Prelude works quite well for fast-paced, gritty songs like this one. However, if you put the overall song under a microscope, you might find some odd timbral notes, especially when reproducing how the crowd sounds. The Prelude is a single dynamic driver IEM from a Singaporean brand, DITA Audio. It costs around $160 at the time of writing. As always, it is a blast to see another DITA product after a while, as I genuinely like their overall product design, and it is not an exception here. The Prelude comes with a non-modular cable, a carry case, and 2 types of ear tips. On the sound impression side of things, the Prelude offers a lean, bright, and clinical sound that likely satisfies treble heads. While the perceived technicalities are off the charts with the Prelude, it does sacrifice a little sense of naturalness in the overall timbral presentation, as on certain tracks, the Prelude may come off lean and dry at times, with a little texture on the top end. I enjoyed listening to orchestra, guitar covers, and metal or rock tracks with the Prelude. As for the ratings, the Prelude gets a C+ for tonality and an A- for technicalities. The tonal presentation is not particularly my preference, but I overall enjoy the technical presentation of the Prelude. Thank you so much DITA Audio and Audio Geek Tour Group for the opportunity to review the Prelude and living with it for the past few weeks. What do you think of the DITA Prelude? Have you tried them? Have you tried their new flagship, the Ventura? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you all for watching and have a great day.